Well, fine, good afternoon all. This is Patricia and I am traveling for history. As you can see here, this is the sign for the Lincoln Historical Society Museum. They are open the second and fourth Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m. And today, October 8, 2023, is their last day of being open for the season. So, they are located in the house there, the former house. And the barn is also open, so when you come visit, you can visit the white building on the left and also the barn. So let's go inside and see what awaits us. It's an interesting bit of outdoor art there. All right, I'm going to pause and catch up with you inside.
There's the house coming across. There it is being moved.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you'd like to. Yeah.
Wow. This is, I think, easily the third building I've filmed that has been moved. All right. Wow.
Okay. The barn also, the barn that's on here was moved from West Lincoln, another section of town, in, I think that was 1990. So this was at 1980, or 1988, and that moved in 1990, and they took it apart and reconstructed it here.
Wow.
It's an old English type barn. Post and beam barn that they reconstructed here.
So is that what you meant by English style barn, like the post and beam?
Yeah.
Okay. So why move these places? So since this was in South Lincoln, why couldn't the house have stayed in South Lincoln and had the Historical Society there?
I don't know. Other than it wouldn't be a very convenient location. They were able to get this piece of property in the center of town. And so it's a much, much better location for people to come and visit and for tourists to come to.
Yeah, pretty straight shot. Because I came from South Burlington, it's a pretty straight shot to 116 to Lincoln Road to Quaker Street.
Yes.
Quaker Road.
Yeah. And Quaker Street really is where the first settlement, where the first settlement in town was on Quaker Street, up on the hill in Quaker Street. So it also made sense to have it on Quaker Street.
Now, is this the same Quaker Street that has the Quaker Cemetery on it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And that's in Lincoln, or cause, for the Google Map directions, it said it was in New Haven.
No.
No.
Well, there may be a Quaker cemetery in New Haven, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But there is one here in Lincoln, and it's up on Quaker Street.
Sweet. So I'm hoping to film that one too.
This lady is the original establisher of
Today. Yeah. But the historical, right? Yes, yes. Beverly Brown.
Beverly Brown. So I just discovered your museum, and then I saw it closing the 8th. I thought, well, this is serendipitous.
So how did you find us?
I drove,
This way.
So we're talking about these T-shirts and other shirts up on the wall. That they are part of the display and not for sale. So don't make my mistake and ask that question. So this dress in front of us here, what's the significance of the dress?
that dress was Beverly's
Really?
dress. And there's a picture of Beverly with her mother.
Oh, wow.
And Beverly is, how old are you, Beverly? What?
They're talking about your dress.
How old are you?
She's filming your dress.
What does it look like?
No, how old are you now?
Oh, 91.
Rock on.
So
Wow.
that is her.
It's a beautiful dress.
Yes.
I love the gathering at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit down. You can play. She won't.
Smoking.
Smocking. Is that what it's called? I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I have other talents, but domestically challenged is what I usually refer to myself as. Well, all right.
Okay.
And I don't know if you are familiar with Ronald Root.
Author. Author?
Yes. Those are, he lived here in Lincoln.
Okay.
And those are some of his books.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Ronald Root was from Lincoln, or lived in Lincoln anyway,
Yes, he lived in Lincoln.
and he was an author.
Yes. And I would say he was an educator and a naturalist.
Okay. Forever ago, I was at work study at the Fleming Museum, and we sold his books in the store. So that's why I'm familiar with his name. But were all these by him?
All of those are his books, yes.
Even these here?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool that he would write something for children to
And I don't
understand.
think it's all, I don't think that's a complete set either. I think there may be others. I'm not sure. I don't know how much.
And that's him up there.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, and he's right there. Leave it to me to miss the entirely obvious pieces right in front of me. Huh. Now, all right, so my question is, is this the only thing that you folks sell? Is this book, Lincoln, Vermont History, 1780 to 2007? And who doesn't love a history book, people?
The other thing that we have is,
Burnham,
yeah, those are not so much.
not so
We have-
much, but
2 Lincoln walking tours.
Ah, yes. I saw these listed on your website.
yeah.
So besides here, are these also the library?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know the library's open all year, so they're great. There's nice collaboration there.
Two walking tours, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. These are,
It does. That's the second one, but
Ah.
it doesn't say that on it.
okay.
We're about to reprint those.
Oh, nice.
When you go outside, you will see we have a cupola, actually from this barn, that we have the church bell, the church that burned. We have the bell from the church that burned.
Oh, wow.
It's sitting inside the cupola.
Wow. So where is this? So where is that belfry now, or the cupola now?
Right outside.
Outside.
Oh.
Between here and the barn.
Oh, okay.
You'll get a chance to see it.
Nice. And this down here?
That is an old aerial view of Lincoln.
Wow. Of which area of Lincoln? Where we are now?
Quaker Street.
Oh, it is Quaker Street. Okay. Very cool. Is that from maybe the 30s, 40s?
I think it's from about the 30s.
30s.
I think. This is what we've set up for our library. And what we've done is we've taken different categories, like the mills, the schools, the churches, and tried to organize the historical information that we have.
Are there any mills still standing?
Still operating? No.
Or well, the buildings, are the buildings still standing? Any of them?
Yes.
Oh, yes. One of my favorite things to film is industrial buildings.
The mill in the center, the big buildings actually burned back in the 70s, but there is a mill building there now. And we have a number of posters. The ones with the kids are, Lucinda actually goes into the Lincoln Community School and talks with them about the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow. Are the kids receptive to that kind of history? Well, they're receptive to history, period.
They are when she gets them dressed in costumes, and she takes artifacts in and talks to them about Benjamin Lincoln, Lincoln actually was named after Benjamin Lincoln, not Abraham Lincoln. Benjamin Lincoln was a Revolutionary War general.
Okay. So what is this building here? Is this the town hall next door?
That's the old town hall. That's the original town hall.
Okay. That part of
And
there
it has been
space.
replaced now by the building that you see today.
That burned down or
Torn down.
torn down? Oh,
Yes.
almost everything has burned down. Not just here, but wherever I filmed.
Yeah.
Usually it's annual sale and supper. So what is Industria? Because I thought in the sign outside that they left off the L.
The Methodist Church Ladies Group.
Oh, I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, there's the Ladies' Aid, which belonged to the Baptist Church, and the Industrial belonged to the Methodist Church at the time when there were two churches in
Wow.
town. It's a united church now.
Makes sense. It's actually a pretty wise to have a union church because congregations are dwindling.
Yes, survives that way.
Yes, exactly. And the Fireman's Jamboree. Huh. The Chittenden County 4-H band came somewhere. Came along. Wow. Alrighty. Wow. Are these, so where are the desks from? These look like children's school desks.
Are from the different schoolhouses. At one time there were 12 schoolhouses.
District schools?
In Lincoln.
In Lincoln, yes. Wow, so curious. So when I was here, maybe last week, I was in Ripton. So on Lincoln Road, there's a library that was on my left, and maybe 2 miles up, also on the left, a building pretty far back from the road, white, reminded me of a district schoolhouse. I was still in Lincoln, though, because the sign for Ripton was another mile or two up the road. Do you have any idea what I mean? Where I mean?
Yes, probably, I think that's called Bernard Hill. Yeah, I know what you mean. There are 6 out of the 12 schoolhouses. 6 are still standing.
Nice.
And are privately owned. And that's the only one that isn't actually lived in.
I didn't think it was lived in. I didn't see any driveway heading up to it.
That is, out of the 6 that are standing, that's the only one that is not currently occupied.
Son of a gun. I always love when I identify buildings, so I'm driving by, oh, what's over there? What road? Whoa. But, all right, so it's not owned by anyone, or it's not privately owned.
It is privately owned.
Oh, it's privately owned. Oh, that's a shame. I was wondering if they ever opened it to the public.
Oh,
No.
No,
No.
not that I've ever heard of anyway.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, thank you for letting me know. I would never have known otherwise. So, look at this furniture. You know, it's funny. I saw the organ with the ribbon over it. And I thought, yeah, you really have to put a ribbon over it because people will just sit down and play.
Yes.
Did you experience that?
I haven't, not recently anyway, but,
Recently.
but yeah, people will come and they'll like want to open it up or whatever. And
A friend of mine volunteers at an historical society museum in Arizona, and they have two upright pianos side by side, hopelessly out of tune. And I watched a woman walk in, sit right down, and start playing one of them.
yeah.
It's a museum! My friend took it in stride and said, "Oh, you play so well." And
They will, you know, just don't.
I know. So, for the record, to my viewers, I'm sure you folks would never do this, but please, if you walk into a museum, do not sit down and try to play something.
Yeah.
It never ceases to amaze me. So, that's, it's funny because that reminds me of a spittoon, but I don't think it's. I mean, would that be a spittoon? They usually have a bigger
Yes.
opening.
Yes.
That is a spittoon.
Yes.
Again.
We have two matching ones. They're actually from one of the churches.
From the churches.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm presuming gentlemen were spitting, but
Yeah.
so they were chewing tobacco in a church?
Maybe for the church meetings. I don't know.
Oh wow, that's okay. I'm not sure why I'm sometimes rendered speechless by these things, but yes, this is true. Is this stove newer, or
No.
no? It's also old.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks so clean. I mean, the chrome is shiny, so.
We cleaned it up a couple of years ago.
Well, that does make sense. I'm just
Yes.
I'm used to seeing them not so shiny.
That is kind of an interesting piece.
The wood in the wall.
That's for collecting. It's for collecting gum, pine gum.
So
Pine gum, is that right? Is it spruce gum?
Spruce gum.
Huh.
There's an explanation over there. Just what it is.
All right, so let me read this sign to you folks. It says the long extension pole was used by Henry Ferris to collect spruce gum from tall trees, which he cleaned and then sold. What was he cleaning?
Cleaning this spruce gum.
Oh,
He cleaned it. Make sure there wasn't any leaves and needles and whatever in it.
I've never heard of that before. So what would people use spruce gum for?
Chewing
Oh, chewing.
gum.
Oh, chewing gum. Okay. Huh.
Instead of chewing tobacco, it's chewing gum.
Wow. Would people spit with the gum?
I don't know. I don't know that.
Oh, just kind of curious.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what you can see it's a double length pole and the little cup on the end.
This is the cup that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Huh. That's very enterprising, I have to say. Huh. I learn new stuff practically every time I go out, and it never ceases to amaze me, the ingenuity.
Yes. It is amazing.
Love the lantern. Haven't seen one of those in ages. So this chair here, looks like it has a little footstool that goes with it.
Yes. And it actually, there's a little drawer there on the side where you would put coals, because it's
Oh.
a foot warmer.
That's very cool. Makes sense too. So is any of this furniture original to this house?
No.
No. Okay. That's so the family who owned the farmhouse, would they have for such a nice looking house, would they have been wealthier?
That is the family, actually. They're the Davises.
Wow.
And I don't think they were considered wealthy.
Okay.
It's just a farm. Family.
And to your right there is the kitchen, what we call the kitchen area.
Wow. Wow, look at this. And that map. Did the map come from a school too?
I don't know where that came from.
Ah, okay.
It is Addison County. I know where that came from.
And look at this. We have an heirloom kitchen tools piece right here.
Yes.
Always useful. And yeah, this is a meat grinder right here.
They were all
It's really good.
yeah, it's been a while.
But it looks good.
Doesn't get that much more.
So was this right here used for transporting lunch to school, or was it for was it carrying milk?
That would be, you send your kid out to get some, to the local farmer to get some milk.
Okay. Neat. Is there any, because as I said earlier, I'm domestically challenged. So this, it's true, I can't really sew and, you know. But this green pot, anything special about that? Just for keeping food warm? No, just a cook pot?
Now the plates that are on that table,
Yeah, I like these.
the 2 plates are from the Purrington family reunion.
Name rings a bell.
Yes. Now Beverly Brown was Purrington,
Ah,
and they were, her family goes back to the early settlers
wow.
on Quaker Street in Lincoln.
Does she live in the same house? I mean, like her family's, you know what I mean?
Actually, right now she lives in a house that her son owns, which is where she was born and
Wow.
brought up.
Wow, that is so cool.
It's right here in town.
Well, that's convenient too.
And this is kind of fun. Pull out the
Oh, wow.
toaster. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Just don't make things like they used to, do they?
The fact that it's still around is...
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love how it works.
Wow.
And you put your toast in here.
Wow, that is cool. I've never seen anything like that. Is that maybe from the 20s? Huh. That's so cool.
Not sure what year.
Photograph?
But you have to go out to our barn.
Oh, I will be
Did
going.
you get things in here, though? Did you finish?
No, I did not. Oh, that is a big spinning wheel.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we've got all kinds of... This is flax. I've forgotten.
Yeah, well, that's flaxwheel.
Is that flax?
Yep.
This is a
No,
Is that a yarn spinner?
yarn.
Yeah.
Yarn.
The friend I mentioned earlier uses things like this. She belongs to a guild.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Wool.
textile.
The Wool Guild.
Something like that.
Tunbridge just had a wool and sheep and wool guild
Oh,
thing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so she had me separating the yarn into onto those what holds the yarn, the spindles? No,
Yes,
no,
yes.
whatever they're called. I thought this is kind of frightening for you, my friend, to have me on this job, but I'll do my best. As I sort of wanted to run from the building. So this organ, it is an organ. Yes, it's an organ. That is a beautiful organ. So ornate and intricate.
It is.
So would this piece on the side, would that have been for some sort of oil lamp? Yeah.
Candles. oil
Candles.
lamp,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lights of some sort.
Yes, I play piano. I know that, thankfully I live in an age with electric lights, so it's just over, but I would say playing by candlelight would be interesting. Yeah, especially if there's any wind and flickers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you had someone actually play? I don't mean someone coming into the museum to
Not
play.
that
But
I know of.
no?
Yeah.
Beautiful, though. It's like a piece of furniture rather than just rather than an organ. But, And so that desk is also from one of the area schools? This kid's desk?
Yes.
Now, why does that have the grinder, that thing on the side?
Oh, this is a record player.
Ah! Wow, looky at that. I've never seen this style before.
Yeah, it's
What is it
interesting.
you call it
An Edison.
when the kids come?
Oh, yeah, we show it, we have school groups come in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I tell them that this is an iPod or a tune list. They can get it.
Are these
from
72s?
These are yes, these are 78s.
78s, sorry.
Right. So here you go. But this is, see here, this is somebody's collection, and they wrote down the titles here.
Wow.
It's quite heavy to carry around.
No doubt. Yes.
You can't quite carry this around and listen to it, but the same concept is there. So you've got all your favorite tunes right here. And of course, this is 78 revolutions per minute. That's RPM.
Yep.
And there's one song on this.
Only one song.
Only one song
Wow.
and one piece on this side. And this is before 45s came in, of course. So this is early 20th century. And these would last anywhere from 3 to up there, 5-10 minutes. Now, when 45s came in, they would only be 3.5 minutes. So that's why all songs today are about 3 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
How cool is that?
That's the industry standard, and that's how the media, the format changed our way. But before that, they were all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to work in a music archive. That's how I know these little fun facts.
That's amazing.
But here's your iPod right here, and of course, here's your needle.
Yep.
You know, go down here, but you had to crank it. You know, no electricity here. This is all. Yep. That's how it worked.
When I was visiting the South Hero Bicentennial Museum, so another historical society museum, they had the same thing. It didn't look like this. It looked more like a phonograph, like what I think that is over in the corner.
That kind is you've seen that before. Yeah, this one's
yeah.
kind of more unusual.
Exactly, but she had to crank it to make it work, and it was playing kind of slow. And her fellow tour guide said, "You got to crank it some more. keep going. Yeah,
More.
yeah. It was kind of fun.
Elbow grease there.
It was pretty fun, to be honest, and it was great to hear this music. And these 78s really seem kind of indestructible.
That's what this is. It's a Victor. It's a Victrola.
Ah, well, looky at that.
See here, talking machine.
Well, there is that video on YouTube that shows Edison and someone else talking into a tube.
Talking in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he started as.
Yeah.
He didn't really know he was going to be doing this.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
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 Wow. And those are gorgeous up there. The pottery.
The set.
Set here. Yeah. Here we go. Well, this is the Victor talking machine. Here's our.
Ah.
Here's what we should be showing here.
Anything special about the setup here?
No, other than I am aware that
Oh, that.
there are 2 sets of those in Lincoln.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So this one and another?
Yes.
Wow. So how do you know there's a second set?
Because I know where the other set is.
Yours?
No.
No. Okay.
Now another family in Lincoln has at least part of that set.
Wow. Because it is really beautiful. I know the basin and pitcher would be used for washing up.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a soup tureen? I mean, what was that used for?
I'm not sure if it's
Chamber
a soup
pot.
tureen or if it's a chamber,
Chamber
pot.
pot.
I think it's a chamber
It's probably a chamber pot now that I think about that.
Yes, because there's a soap dish
It's
there.
a toilet, yeah. So, Anchor Pottery. There's a.
Wow. So that's a soap dish.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was born in New Jersey.
The vases, vases in the small pitcher, I'm not sure about
Okay.
what they specifically are.
I was just chuckling about how that could be a tureen or could be
Yeah.
a chamber pot.
Yeah.
Totally different uses, folks, and my viewers. Yeah, totally different uses. Oh my goodness. You just never know. Ooh, books. Who doesn't? I mean, I love books. I own a lot of them. But these aren't, these are for display, right? These are not for, you're not selling anything like this?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, these are all part of the collection.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
I kind of figured, but if I didn't ask, someone would ask me.
Yes.
And saying I don't know gets old. Well, you know, it's also true.
Is there a ledger or journal?
Oh,
Is this one of them?
down here,
Diary.
those are diary. That's a
Wow.
family's.
You know,
a
where
single
they-
family's diaries.
Wow.
Yeah. It's, I don't know,
Yeah,
That's
you have to
fine.
pull the other.
this thing.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It's okay.
yeah.
We'll carry some lamps too. Lamps found in. So was the Methodist church the one that burned?
No, the Baptist church.
Baptist.
The
burned.
Baptist church burned. So the Methodist church, is that still standing? Says these kerosene lamps found in the Methodist church, unusual shapes fit into the church chandelier brackets.
Oh. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Sure.
A bracket.
Oh, all right. So along the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not going to put it back up.
What a great idea.
I'm going to put it down here.
Wow. It's a beautiful piece. Oh my. And that's the bracket it would have been in.
That's the bracket.
Okay. All right, so the lantern we just saw, folks, this is the bracket it would have been in. Wow, that is amazing. Only in an historical society museum would you get to see something like that. Wow, thank you. Yeah. Wow, really amazing.
Beverly.
Oh,
Oh,
She just in the last
yes.
2 years closed up her house, and
moved.
we have a collection of things from her,
wow.
which we haven't processed totally yet.
That's what this is.
Oh, okay.
I actually have 2 of those.
Does she have descendants, so to speak?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so continuing the family line.
Children, descendants. Yeah.
Oh, yes. She's currently living with her son, and her grandson,
It's in her house, that's right.
yeah, is in what was her house.
Wow, that's amazing. So before I head out to the barn, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about?
I think this is pretty well covered.
I think so too. So
Wait till you see what we have in the barn.
Oh, yeah.
who doesn't love a barn? All right, so I'd like to thank my host, and you are?
I am Rhonda Hutchins.
Rhonda Hutchins, and
Lucinda.
Lucinda. So I just want to be clear to my audience, they did not want to be on camera, so I honored their request.
Yes.
So you've been listening to predominantly Rhonda speaking. So thank you for that. Thank you for offering the tour. And so this is Patricia.